What is up, you guys? Razor here, and I am going to show you guys how I got 4,000 kills on this account and almost 2,000 on my other account. And that's with the same settings that I've been using since pretty much day one. And let me just show you what these settings are. So we go over to the settings. And we can start off here if you like. Obviously full screen. If you're on PC, if you're on console, which you probably are, this won't really matter to you. But if you're using controller on PC and you're interested, I like to just run low everything, just for performance. I like to turn my music all the way down because it's copyrighted. Every part of the the lobby music is made by Run the Jewels, so I have that all the way down. So if you're a streamer, make sure you always have this off. Sound effects 100. Voice chat, I don't use voice chat. I'm usually playing with friends or just streaming, talking to chat. You can skip them out. There's 3 different sections here. Make sure you don't go quickly adjust your settings in the mouse section. It doesn't do anything, obviously, for your controller. So only worry about this middle section right here. And this is exactly where I like to put it. 4.5, 4.5, 48, 48. If you're on console, I recommend 50-50 because I feel like the aim assist is a little stronger on console. I could be wrong, don't quote me, but I feel like you can go a little bit faster on console because it feels like it locks on stronger. I like to leave the default acceleration because I don't like to mess with that. 5%, 1 point. That's just, yeah, don't mess with that unless you know exactly what you're doing here. Obviously hold, and I feel like 40 is really good for the scope. It just feels really smooth. I don't know if you see my montages, but this is what I've been using. I just set it to 40 one day and it was perfect. I never had to touch it again, so got lucky there. And then personally, I think vibration's dumb, and I just always have it off. If they sell controllers that take out vibration, it obviously is not a good thing. Reload, interact button. I like press to reload, hold to interact. It's the default. I pretty much just learned that. Basically, you can change this to whatever you're used to based on whatever games you've played. It's not really that important as long as they do different things. And yeah. Hold time, I like to put them down to minimum. Just because less time the better, right? I honestly don't know what this is. If someone controls... Yeah. I don't even know what this is, so I have it off. And I just haven't touched this. If you know what this is, please let me know. I feel a little embarrassed that I don't know what this is, but I left it there, and my gameplay has been just fine, so... Here we go to the bindings. My bad, I touched my mouse. Super annoying. Oh, my bad. Okay, so it shows both. So just keep your eyes on the right. The mouse, I have not made binds for my mouse and keyboard. I do not use it. I do it sometimes for fun, just when we're winning the round by a lot. But anyways, I like to start with the jump button, L1, because jump in this game, it gets you, like, it's good to use for movement, but like climbing and stuff like that, most of the time gets you killed in the fight, so I feel like it's great for L1. It's just out of the way. Sprint obviously is your left stick. Crouch, I have it to circle, or circle or B instead of the right stick. So most games you use this crouch for your right stick, but crouch spamming in this game is good, but it's not nearly as important as your dodge roll. I feel like if you put your dodge roll to your right stick, you will have tremendously better aim when you're rolling around, and you'll just be able to control yourself a lot better. The only downfall to this is using circle to crouch, which took me a few days to get used to, but once you do get used to it, it feels right in this game. Because it's a toggle, so I feel like this is the best option here. If you want to change the circle to X or square or whatever, that's pretty much the same thing. As long as you're using the right stick to dodge rule, then you're doing great, sweetheart. So ADS, obviously, if you want to put these to R1, L1 and swap those for faster input, actually a good idea because every gamer knows the triggers take longer to push down, more input, so if you swap these, that's a good idea. I'm just too much of a pansy to do that. Interact, I like it on X. Actually, that makes no sense. Interact. Alright, that's fine actually. I'm thinking of the wrong game. My apologies. So reload for some reason is on X. I don't know why it says that. I see, sorry. I'm super confused. I thought this is Xbox X. So for PlayStation, I use square to reload, obviously. And yeah, that was very confusing for a second. Had a little brain fart, my bad. Gadgets, that's where I throw my nades. I like using X on PlayStation, A on Xbox. Very confusing there. Yeah. So here we go to the toggle shoulder, and I feel like R1 or RB is really good. Once you get used to it, it's the opposite to your jump, and the only problem with it is like when you want to spam swap shoulder when you're shooting at somebody. That's a very advanced technique, and you won't have to do that most of the time, so it's not really a downfall. I feel like that's, for me, the most comfortable place now to use the toggle shoulder, so try it out. My ability, just L1, R1, not really that important. If you guys didn't know this, you click both your sticks to swap gadgets. So many people ask me, how do you swap your gadgets? Please make this button there, it's right there. Just click your sticks and don't change it. Swapped, obviously triangle or Y. That's every game, right? If you use anything else, it's kind of weird. Melee, personal preference. The only reason I use an arrow is because I don't have any other buttons. I've ran out of buttons. This is where a scuff controller would come in handy. If you could use your scuff controller, Donnie, I am currently doing a settings video. I recommend using roll on your paddles if you have paddles, but I use a DualShock, so. And this is all preference down here. Gameplay. I have my damage numbers off. I just feel like I can see better, a lot better with them off. And there's a bar of health, so I feel like the numbers are, not pointless, but I don't know. I just personally feel like off just looks and feels better. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my settings. So I'm gonna show you guys a pretty awesome gameplay of me obviously using my settings. So if you learned anything, if these settings help you, try and stick to them for like a day or two. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what kind of tutorials or videos you'd like to see from Rogue Company or Hyperscape or any other new games coming out. Just let me know what you guys want to see down below, and I'll be sure to deliver. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the gameplay. I'm out. Peace.
Lethal out.
Our team's just dying in hordes.
Utility out.
Yo! I just caught that shit in midair while it was spinning. What the hell? Come on. I just want to play. I want to make some content. She's holding these two SMGs and it makes me want to do that game. Just run around the map with two Spitfires in each hand. Wouldn't be stopped.
Yeah, nothing. It just unqueued us.
Yikes.
Fuck it. Hyperscape.
Hyperscape sounds pretty good right now. Gonna make
That's-
some hyper content instead. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Wish I could bring you a gameplay to the end of this video, but unfortunately we cannot do so.
Yeah.